Welcome to... On tonight's Clubhouse Live, Amari Rodgers is our co-host as we celebrate the Packers' first W of the season. And hanging out with Amari is speedy Packers cornerback Eric Stokes. The Packers took apart the Bears again. We'll ask the guys what went right, and we'll make Ricardo pay off another bet. Rivalry. What rivalry? Plus, we'll be hitting the links as part of tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. It's time to get started, so let's open the doors.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, it's another Monday night. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Kitchen Bar. Hanging out again inside the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel. We're in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, and I guess I'll ask. I think I know the answer, but how's everybody doing tonight? Let's hear ya. I would think so. Big game that we'll talk about here in a little bit, but we can't get the show started until we recognize our door openers tonight. So let's get a camera on them. We've got Luke, Logan, Hannah, Amelia, and Jenny, all from Appleton. There they are. Doesn't start without them. So, all right, we've got a lot to talk about. How does Green Bay Packers 27, Chicago Bears 10 sound to everybody? Another game against the Bears, another victory for the Packers, who relied on a punishing ground game to take apart their longtime nemesis on Sunday night in the home opener at Lambeau Field. How about Aaron Jones? Showtime. He finished with 132 of Green Bay's 203 rushing yards. He reached the end zone twice. 170 total yards for number 33. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers, right, he kind of looked like his usual self, 234 yards and 2 touchdowns, 131.1 passer rating. And then there was the play of the defense, right, which after allowing the Bears that opening drive, 71 yards, they punched it in on their first series. Then they limited Justin Fields in Chicago to just 63 offensive yards and just 3 points over their next 6 drives. How about the defense coming to play? Special teams, that was also very solid. It all adds up to a Packers victory, their first of the season. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, just the 5th quarterback in NFL history with at least 450 career passing touchdowns. So happy Vince for that. Happy Vince for the win over the Bears. And happy Vince loves it when the guys are here first. It is our co-host. We didn't chase him away. It is Green Bay Packers wide receiver, Amari Rodgers. He's sitting right over there. And check out who's hanging out with Amari tonight. It is Green Bay Packers cornerback Eric Stokes. He's here too. We'll get the guys up here in a little bit. First, let's thank our presenting sponsors, because without them, this is not possible. First, Cellcom. Save $1,000 on the entire iPhone 14 family with a new line, or save $650 when you upgrade. Visit Cellcom.com to get yours today. Offers require a trade-in. Restrictions apply. Details at Cellcom.com/save. East Wisconsin Savings Bank. They help members build a wonderful life. Learn about all of their services at eastwis.com. And last but not least, Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, your center for dental excellence, voted Reader's Choice Best Dentist on this year's Best of the Bay. Let Dr. Sebastian and his team professionals help you achieve your dream smile. And you know what? That guy right there, he isn't smiling tonight. Dr. Sebastian can't help this guy because he's not showing off his pearly whites. It is the other member of our Clubhouse Live crew. It is Chicago Bears fan, Ricardo Arguello, everybody.
I'm smiling. Let me tell you why, Brett. Because after the Vikings lose tonight, all 4 NFC North teams 1-1.
You are so optimistic,
I am. I'm very optimistic.
Your team's going to go 1-16. I mean, that's just pretty much how
I don't
it's
know
going to go
about
down.
that, but
16 straight losses to end the season.
They'll win 7 games.
Hey, okay, so you got to pay off the
Yes.
the Packers-Bears bet. Now, I put it out to a vote on our Facebook page. It was either the jersey or the cheesehead. They wanted you to wear the jersey
and
tonight.
I'm fine with the jersey, and I'll tell you why, because I know this was something very special, too. It's your father's Rodgers throwback, and I've had to wear this several times before.
And my father is looking down on you, shaking his head from,
and it's fine.
From up above.
It's fine. It's a cool. I told you I like. Actually, I like these.
I mean, Grizzly Dan.
No, I took my shower for the month. So I'm all right.
Well, we want to see him put on the jersey, right? Let's put it on, right? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Put on the jersey, Ricardo. It's only right that you should wear the jersey of one of the team owners of the Chicago Bears, right? I mean, come on.
He was one of the biggest differences in the game, no doubt.
By the way, in the Facebook page, one of our Facebook friends, Bill Engels, he also wanted to see you in some fuzzy Packer slippers, too. But I said, no, we're not going to do that. You are a prideful man.
Yes. I'll wear the cheese hat, but I ain't wearing slippers.
And we stayed away from the Mean Gene polka dance,
Yeah,
too.
no dancing with Mean
watch
Gene.
out. Mean Gene's taking over.
You put that back on that old head of yours. I ain't wearing that.
Mean Gene has returned to his old self. He's feeling really good.
He's ornery and
know.
he's lively. I love it.
Well, I tell you what, we want to get to the show, so tell everybody how it works, please.
It's an interactive show for those of you watching online and here as well. We invite your comments and questions. And Brett, that can be found online next to our video viewer, the little chat application. You know, I'm monitoring the chat. I'm looking at it right now. We got some people from Iowa already on the show, or I should say on the chat. They're very lively already, Brett. So I'll relay any comments and questions right over to you and the guys.
Let us know where you're watching the show from, right? It's been around the world. Twitter, I'm at PC Brettsy. Ricardo's at Ricardo DeLeon. Amari is at @Rodgers_3. And Eric is at _Jermaine. I think that is JAMANE_. So, and give us a like, please, on Facebook, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So, budgets are tight. We're limited in the amount of welcome mats we can have. I only have 3 of them. So let's just keep the Bears welcome mat down for another week. Right, Mean Gene? Why not? Kick them while they're down. So we want the guys to stomp their feet all over that when they arrive to the desk. And we're going to get our co-host up here in a second. He is in his second NFL season, both, of course, with the Packers. He likes candy but isn't allowed to eat it anymore. Do you remember that? He cannot eat candy. He told Ricardo last week that he would enjoy the Sunday night show at Lambeau, and he was right. Right, everybody? He might be one of the bravest dudes on a football field. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And he still needs a Clubhouse Live nickname, so we're open to suggestions. How about a Clubhouse Live welcome for the wide receiver? It is Green Bay Packers wide receiver, the wideout, number 8, Amari Rodgers, everybody. He's here. I think he actually wanted to do like one of those cool handshakes, but I'm not cool. I'm not cool.
It's just a nickname in a handshake.
It's a normal handshake. It's not one of this stuff. Or maybe we could develop a secret handshake or a show handshake.
For sure.
How are you doing, Amari? Look at the crowd again. They're fired up. They're here. Mean Gene right there. I mean, he is going berserk.
I'm feeling great, man. You know, we got a dub versus the Bears, you know. So, you know, Victory Monday, feeling amazing.
And he's looking at you, Ricardo, as he's saying that. Did you see that? He was staring you down now.
Hey, you had a lot of confidence last week.
I did. Hey, listen, it was a great win. I'm not saying it wasn't for you guys. Still tied in the division, 1-1, baby.
Well, we'll see. Do you have a message for Ricardo? I mean, now that you have bragging rights, at least for until the rematch later in the year?
Rematch.
Just wait until the end of the season. I feel like we still got more. I feel like we can beat y'all way worse. So
when is that?
I'm just ready for that game.
When's that second game? I can't remember.
That's later in the season, much later
December?
in the season, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So by that time, the Bears will be irrelevant. They won't matter. They'll be like 2-13 or whatever they'll be.
Hey, I told you 7-10.
7-10. Something to strive for. Well, Amari, not only do we have a big crowd, but over here we have folks from New Mexico. They're joining the show. Behind Ricardo, we have somebody from Pensacola, Florida. So they're all here specifically and only for the show, right? So they're hanging out with us. So that's good stuff. It's always Victory Monday. That's always fun, isn't it?
Always, always. It feels better when you wake up and you have a win under your belt. So it's exciting.
And I see the little one is here. He's not even paying attention. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what's going on right now. He just wants to be with mommy, doesn't he?
Right.
So glad to see the Amari Rodgers crew here and having a good time. So, Amari, when I say Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, you say what?
I think they're the best running back duo in the league.
There you go.
They can do it both ways.
Well, they have the stats to back it up, don't they? 193 combined rushing yards. They accounted for 237 of the team's 414 total offensive yards. Wow. Boy, establishing the run with those guys, that kind of just makes it a lot easier, doesn't it, out there?
Definitely, and it opens up the offense. When you have guys like that running a rock and guys that, can catch the ball in screens and, have yak like they do, it opens up the offense, for play action and then for the receivers to get open downfield. So if you have, guys in the backfield being dynamic like they are, it just opens up the offense even more.
So when they're on the field together, because we didn't really see that a whole lot in the previous 2 years, but now they're on the field a lot more together. Just talk about explain how that just puts so much extra stress on a defense. That's tough to defend, isn't it?
Yeah, because you have AJ, who's power, who can run downhill and, run you over. And then you have Aaron, who, more of a scat back. He has speed, but he can also, run up the, A-gaps too and get north and south. So, they have both, and they both can catch really well. So if you have both of them out there, you just got to be aware and be on your P's and Q's about every single thing because they bring it all at you. And, when you have that type of playmaking in the backfield, it just, like I just said, it opens up the playbook even more.
A.J. Dillon, he's probably somewhere up in Door County right now, Ricardo, celebrating. AC Tap right there in Bailey's Harbor. He's the kind of the mayor up there, the toast of the town, the toast of the county. So, yeah, Aaron Jones, though, he's not the biggest dude in the world, though, is he? What makes him so elusive and so tough to bring down? Because he's powerful.
I think it's just his mindset, man. I feel like when he gets the ball, he wants to score every single time, and that's just his mentality in practice. In practice, every single time he touches the ball, he's trying to touch the end zone, and that's just his mentality, and it carries over into the game. Every single time he touches it, he's just explosive, and you can just tell that he wants to make a play for the team. He wants to be that player that we can depend on every single time and every single, play that he gets it. So, I just see that he's a great leader too. So we just feed off his energy. We feed off of when he makes a great play in the game, and he continues to stack those. And whenever he's balling, I feel like we're all balling as an offense. So I feel like he's one of those guys that we just feed off of, and we continue to build and become the offense that I know we can be. Spark
plug, isn't he? Aaron Jones off to a great start. Great game last night. He was already an established vet when you came into the league last season. What are some of the things you've taken from Aaron Jones? Of course, not I'd be remiss if I didn't mention he was our 2019 Clubhouse Live co-host. So Amari following in the footsteps right there. But on the field, off the field, what are some of the things that you've learned from Aaron Jones and how he goes about his business?
Just like I said, his mentality in practice, he treats every rep like it's a game. He doesn't take any plays off, any reps off. Every time he's out there, he has a mindset that he's trying to get better. And you can tell, his effort is tremendous. Even when he's not getting the ball, it'll be a reverse, and he'll be the fake, and he'll end up on the other side of the field, 45 yards, blocking for the player with the ball. So it's just little things like that you pick up on and you want to, put in your game, and it just makes you want to grind harder and, become, the player and the leader that he is.
So you look at the offense last night. Everybody's giddy, right? 414 yards, but it's still very much – this is a long way to go with this unit, right? Still very much a work in progress. What is still out there for the offense to work on and to get better at? Everything?
Shoot, yeah, it's always improvement.
It's early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still it's week 2, going on week 3. So I feel like we still have, improvements all over. I feel like we're still trying to find our identity as an offense. And, last night kind of opened up and we were able to see, explosive plays in the passing game, with Sammy and stuff like that. Then in the run game with AJ and Aaron. So I feel like we're still trying to find our true identity, but last night was a good way to open us up and, show the world what we're capable of.
Ricardo, what were you thinking as Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon were just kind of pushing your little bears around the field?
I'll be completely honest. To be serious, I was shocked that they were able to do so well on the ground. But I agree with Amari. That's probably the most diverse and talented backfield in the NFL.
Perhaps the best running back tandem in the league, like Amari said. So let's talk about some debuts last night. So you kind of mentioned some guys, but let's point out some of these other guys. Elton Jenkins, right? Elton Jenkins is back at right tackle, number 74. And then Alan Lazard, another former co-host of the show. He was back out there as well. Man, you got Elton Jenkins, a Pro Bowler, should be an All-Pro. He will be at some point. But let's talk about the big guy up front. What does he do to stabilize the offense, right? Stabilize that offensive line and get things working so well up front. I mean, he's one of the best. You mentioned the 2 running backs.
Yeah, he's just a dog, man. He's one of those guys where when you run behind him, you're going to get at least 5 yards or more because his mentality is just to demolish the person that's in front of him. And, you love an offensive lineman like that because that's what the position is known for. You want to be that guy that, that's feared. And, I feel like he's one of those guys that's feared in the league. When he goes up against somebody, he's going to handle his business. And it's just amazing to have him back, have him healthy and moving out there the way that he was. So, I'm excited to see him back out there more this year.
The cool thing about Elton Jenkins, Ricardo, I don't remember 2 years ago on our virtual show, I had him dancing. I had him dancing on camera. I got him to dance.
I forgot. Actually, out in front?
No, on the virtual show.
Oh, okay.
When we were all
that's
virtual
right.
in 2020
You're right.
with COVID. Yeah, he was kind of dancing in the camera. And, I want to get him back on the show, Amari, and see those dance moves. And same with Alan Lazard. I got him dancing, too. And let's talk about what Lazard, the Lizard King, what does he mean to the offense as well and in your position group? He's really kind of one of the leaders, isn't he, even though he's still a young guy?
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely that leader in our room now. Him and Kabi are the leaders, and just to have him back from, week one not being there, it was tremendous. You see, he made that play in the end zone, that touchdown, and he had some tremendous blocks. I know that's what he's known for his blocking, but, he's turned into an amazing all-around receiver, pass catching, blocking, and even if you give him the ball, he has that mentality to run somebody over and get yards too. So, Allen's one of those guys that I look up to, just the leader is his mentality that he brings to the game every single day. He's trying to get better, and just the way that he approaches the game. He's a true pro. So it's just amazing to have a guy like that back in our room and back in the swing of things. Just made our offense that much more explosive.
Also comes up, Ricardo, with some very interesting touchdown celebrations. We'll just leave that alone, though. We don't want to get too much into what that was all about, okay? A couple more things, and Ricardo, I'm going to kick it to you for our first audience question of the night. Now, I mentioned in your intro, I have it right here, you are one of the bravest guys on the football field. You are one of the bravest guys on the football field. Do punt returners get enough credit for what they put themselves through each and every punt? That's a high-stress situation. That's right up there with being a quarterback, I think. 20-yard punt return yesterday. That was good to see. That actually, that was in the second quarter, set up the Packers at their own 46, led to a touchdown drive. But come on, Amari, you need some more love there. You want some more appreciation for what you put yourself under, right? Right? Go ahead. Tell everybody that it's time to give the punt returners some more love.
Nah, for sure. I feel like people don't realize how hard it is, though. How tough it is. But it's a tough job. But, I'm out there. They trust me to do my job, so, I'm getting better week in and week out. So just trying to get in the end zone now. So it's going to come, though. I feel like it's coming. I feel like Rich is putting in a good plan each weekend and week out, and I feel like I have guys like Eric over here that's blocking for me. So, I feel like a big play is coming for sure.
So, Amari, okay, ball's in the air, really high. You got 11 really angry guys coming at you. They want to hurt you. What are you doing? I mean, what are you thinking? You're looking at the ball. How quickly do you look at what's going on with the punt return, the coverage units? I mean, it's split-second stuff. So just take us through a typical punt return, what you're thinking, what you're looking at, and how quickly you need to make a decision. Do I fair catch or do I take off? So I would have been running the opposite way, by the way. I would have been going in the tunnel and saying, stay away from me.
No, so my process is really just seeing on the outside if I'm going to have singles, if it's one person or two person blocking their flyer. And if I have one person, then I know if it's like a lower kick, then I'll probably have time to return it. But if it's a high kick or, I have to run back, then I know I should have a chance to return it too. Anytime I go backwards, I feel like I have time to return it. So that's really how I gauge if I have to go back or if I know there's not a lot of hang time. That's really how I gauge if I'm a returner or not. But at the end of the day, it's really just trusting your teammates and just trusting they're going to be in the body position that they should be by the time you catch it. And that's really what my teammates push me to do. They push me to, be aggressive. If you feel like it's somebody close to you, still return it. And that just shows them that, you still want to make a play for them, even if they're not in the right position. So if I can trust my teammates, trust the plan that we have and, just still, even if I have somebody 5 yards in front of me and just catch it and just trust that I'm going to make somebody miss and get north and south, I feel like that's when you make big plays. You just got to take risks sometimes and just trust that, the play is going to be there.
So what's the rule, though? Because I thought when you do it like a fair catch, these guys are supposed to give you a little space, and every time you guys catch the ball, they're like right in your face. It seems like it should be a penalty every time. I mean, I don't know how you – can't you just push the guy away and just get out of my way and let me catch the football? I mean, what is the rule there? Because I'm, I guess, a little confused.
I think it's just that they can't touch you. So they can
get that close.
Yeah, they can get as close as they want to, but they just can't make contact with you.
Maybe you should kind of bounce into them a little bit and force a little flag.
No, you can
there,
do
right?
that, though. You can do that. But, yeah.
Tricks of the trade there?
Yeah.
Well, let's one more thing. I'm sure we'll talk about this guy throughout the course of the season when you're on the show, but Rich Bisaccia, right? I mean, this guy is a maniac, right? He looks like he's angry at the world, but I know everybody loves playing for him. What has he done for you already as far as elevating your game on special teams as a return man and just your overall confidence? It seems like this, again, everybody just loves playing for this guy.
Yeah, for sure. Just challenging me, every week, every practice, just challenging me to push myself to, get better, in the return game, take every single practice rep like it's a game, and just visualize it like I'm in Lambeau at night and, I'm returning it to win the game. So every single rep in practice, I'm running full speed, trying to read my blocks just like I'm in the game. He just challenged me to do that every single day, and I feel like I appreciate that because, when you treat it like it's a game, it just comes easier, week in and week out. If you just have that mentality that every single rep is to win the game, and then when it does come, it's going to feel like it's natural. So just continue to create those good habits and just creating that rapport with the CAT team, we call it, the punt return team. Just wait for that big play to come.
Yeah, the wee fence. So there we go. Amari, you have successfully navigated through your first solo segment on Clubhouse Live. Look at that. He did a piece of cake. He's like a natural. You hear him answering those questions. Really well done. But we're going to give you a little bit of a breather from me. But, Ricardo, you have an audience question.
We do. Like. We're here with Al Sherrill, from Appleton. Al has a question for Amari. Al, go ahead.
Yeah. So this conversation's right up the alley of where this question's going. Because, you think about it all being instinct and everything, but do you actually watch film with everybody to try and pick up on teams to see if there's other advantages you could get on a return?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Every single day we're watching film. Our return day is Wednesdays. So Wednesday and Thursdays is when we get to watch the opponent and, what they do, what the punter, if he's facing a certain direction, if we know where he's going to kick it, then that's how we, plan our returns. So last week with the Bears, for instance, their punter, he was a direction punter. So wherever he faced, that's where he was punting it. So whenever, we got on the field and I seen the direction he was kicking it, I was able to scoot over to get an advantage on the catch. And also, the gunners were able to know where it was going to help them block too. So we pick up on little things like that. And, we can see their protection as well to see if we want to, blitz them and get a block as well. Because, blocks are, great too. So this is all things like that. You come together, we watch it as a unit, and then if we see something that works, that's how we set up our returns and stuff for the week.
Excellent.
Great question.
Good stuff.
Good job,
Great question.
Al.
Great answer. Yeah. All right, we're going to take our first time out, and it's time for tonight's stat pack, and that we're going to kind of rub it in a little bit more with the Bears stuff, right? The Packers have won 21 of the last 24 regular season matchups against the Bears. That's crazy. And the Packers have outscored the Monsters of the Midway during that stretch. I use that term loosely, by the way, the Monsters of the Midway. That's just what they used to be known for. 664 to 415 during those last 24 regular season matchups. The Packers also hold a plus 26 advantage in turnover differential over the Bears over that span. And Green Bay has now won 7 in a row, Mean Gene, against the Bears. That is tied for the Packers' longest winning streak against Chicago in the series. The Packers won 10 straight against Chicago from 94 through 98 and have won 7 straight now 3 different times, 1928 through 30. Mean Gene, were you around back then, 1928 through 30? No. Come on now. We're like family. Come on. We're having a good time. We're having fun. 2000 and 2003, and of course, currently. So there you go. Some very incredible success against the Chicago Bears. Ricardo, I'm sorry to kind of get you on camera after that stat pack.
It's tough.
But you have to tell everybody about trivia tonight.
Yes, let's talk about trivia. We have a couple ground rules, though. First off, we'll ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Don't shout it out. You got to raise your hand. If you're correct, you win what, Brad?
It's right here again. Nachos and beer here at the Clubhouse Kitchen and Bar. Good stuff.
That's right. It's beer, not root beer, kids.
Yeah, where is my root beer guy?
Yes.
There he is, right there.
Once you win, though, you're out for the rest of the
him.
show. And sorry, live chatters, you got to be here to win.
So I'm going to ask the question. Amari, maybe scan the room, see who raises his or her hand first. Packers assistant coach Luke Butkus is the nephew of Bears legendary linebacker, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Nope, that's not the answer. You got to wait.
You got to let him wait.
Bob, you have to wait for the rest of the question. Dick Butkus. What position does Luke Butkus coach for the Packers? You seen anybody, Amari? We're going back to this guy right here. Where? Back at the bar?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, back at the bar?
Yeah, back there at the bar.
Offensive line, yes. You get the bell. Yandy, come on up.
Bob, come on.
Bob, you're getting the penalty flag for that.
Yeah. False
I just
start.
threw the flag. That is
start.
a false start. Yes, false start on that question. Congratulations. Luke Butke, offensive line. He was the Packers' assistant offensive line coach the previous 3 seasons before taking over the position group. And Adam Stenovich, the Marshfield native, as we talked about recently, he moved from that role to become the team's offensive coordinator. So, Amari, should we get your very first guest up here to the desk? Are we ready to do this? You guys ready to see this guy? Hang tight, Eric. Here we go. Our guest tonight was selected by the Packers in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. He has started both games this season, accumulated 7 tackles so far. Our guest tonight appeared in all 16 regular season games a year ago. That included 14 starts as a rookie, finished with 55 tackles, a team-high 14 pass breakups. How about that? And an interception. Our guest tonight, he ranked 4th in the league a year ago in lowest completion percentage when targeted at just 49.5%, right? You don't throw against him. Our guest tonight started collegiately for a school that's the reigning national champs, currently ranked number 1 in the country. That's Georgia, everybody, where he enjoyed apparently some Georgia fans here, a sensational junior season in which he tallied 4 picks, returned 2 of those for a score en route to earning all SEC first team honors. Our guest tonight is a 100 and 200 meter state high school track champion. How about that? Which means he might be the fastest player in the Packers locker room. We'll ask about that here in a little bit.
Mike.
Our guest tonight used to be a running back. That's very interesting. And he majored in psychology. We're going to put that to a good use here in a minute. How about a big Clubhouse Live welcome for Green Bay Packers cornerback number 21, Eric Stokes. Come on up, Eric. That's just a regular handshake. See, he learned that I'm not cool, so I'm just kind of an old fuddy-duddy. So welcome to the show. Good to have you here. How about Eric Stokes, everybody, the cornerback? Now, something that we didn't talk about, because this is your show and he is your guest, you insist, you have told me that you want to ask the first question of the night.
Do you think in our last year of college that Georgia would have been able to beat Clemson?
Here we go. You knew this was happening.
If we was 100% healthy, hands down.
No.
If we was 100% healthy, hands down. It depends on when. It depends on when we face y'all. Are we talking about at the beginning of the season, or are we talking about at the end of the season? That's when it.
In the middle.
I don't like that then, because like we had half our starters injured by the midway point. So yeah, I don't like that.
What's our rule number 2?
Oh, no excuses and no complaints.
He just gave me 2 excuses.
See, I knew there would be some Georgia Clemson stuff that was on the script here as well. Of course, 2 of college football's blue bloods, right? You got Georgia ranked number 1, Clemson ranked number 5, 2 top 5 teams in the country. Who's winning that game if they play right now, though? I mean, I guess you kind of asked that.
Georgia.
Georgia. He's saying Georgia, and you're going to say Clemson.
I'm going to say Clemson.
Which is the better program overall? Georgia?
No. We're the better program. We're a more consistent program.
There we go.
They only been consistent for like 5-6 years though, so let's throw that into there too now.
They did have a good run, haven't they, along with Alabama. Georgia really making its name known again like they used to back in the 80s. Herschel Walker and those guys back in the day. Did you guys ever face each other?
Nah, we didn't.
Never
they didn't
did?
play until after our rookie year last year. That was
Okay.
the first time in like a while.
Never. Whoa, what would that? But that matchup would have been like, huh? Number
know,
3 for Clemson taking on number 27 for Georgia. Who wins that battle, right? If you're lining up,
That's
and
not even a question.
It's a
That's not
national
even a question.
championship
That's not
game.
even a question. That's not even a question. I'm going with 27 hands down. The college me, I would have pressed Amari all day, and he would never get off the line.
Okay,
Oh.
Amari. Now remember, this is your show. You are the star of the show. You don't have to put up with that.
It's all good.
What is your response?
I let him have his confidence. I let him have his confidence. It's okay. It's okay. but we know I had the better quarterback in college, so he would have put it right there. It doesn't matter if he was right there. It's over the shoulder touchdown right there.
I really can't say anything because going against Aaron Rodgers done taught me a perfect ball can be perfect coverage. So that's kind of hard to say right now.
Not to make fun of Aaron Rodgers, but he did throw kind of a strange pass to, was that Sammy Watkins? Was that thing like spinning on its side? I mean, he even called it like a tight, what did he call it afterwards? A tight waddle or something? That thing was weird. But
Wobble, a tight wobble?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm misquoting him, but I know it was pretty. I know he was not happy with the pass, although the result of the pass was pretty good. So, well, in all seriousness, Amari, why don't you brag up this guy a little bit, right? Already emerging as a top corner in the league, and just talk about what he does so well and what you've seen. You guys came in the same draft class together, so you've been together for 2 years now, and just brag him up a little bit.
Nah, this is my guy. We train together as well.
Okay.
So I've been, we've been around each other for like months in a row. So we pushed each other, man. We've been training together in the off season. So I've just seen his growth. How his mentality, how he attacks each day. How he wants to get better. And then when he's pressing and he was covering somebody, he has that mentality. He's not gonna let somebody catch the ball on him. So you love a DB like that, and you love a competitor like that to go against him every single day because it just makes you better. So just having guys like him and John Money on the team at corner, locking stuff down, and Razul, every single day in practice, we're getting better as a receiver group, just competing against them. So he's growing every single week. I'm excited to see the picks that he's gonna get this year. I'm manifesting. I'm talking into existence. I'll see about three or more.
There we go.
So he's getting better each week. So I'm just excited to see where he goes from now.
Do you have a little competition in the cornerback room about who's going to end up with the most picks at the end of the season? Is there a little friendly wager going on right now, Eric?
There was one to see who was going to get the first pick this year, but now it seemed like John Money took that one away since last game. But yeah, like we got a competition with each other every day to where, first of all, we don't allow, like if the ball hits your hand, it don't matter, it could just touch the finger. Like you got 10 push-ups right then and there, and you got 10 push-ups when it pulled up in the film room and all that stuff. So like we just very hard on each other and all that stuff, but like that's our standard in the DB room to where like we don't allow anything to be caught on us, and we don't want, like if the ball touch your hands or anything, we pretty much expect you to bring it down so like we can get a ball back to the offense, like Amari, like 12, like Aaron Jones. So like we know like they can put up points in a hurry and all that stuff. So like that's our whole mentality in the room, is just go ahead and get the ball back and just give it back to the offense.
Should be fun to watch how the cornerbacks develop, this defense develops, and how everything's looking by week 16, 17, all that good stuff in the playoffs. So, Eric, psychology major at Georgia, am I correct? Is that so? I guess I got to know what your trained observation into the mind and behavior of Ricardo is. Then I mean, what do you think him? When you're looking at this guy? He's
being
like
psychoanalyzed.
He's
now?
a case study right now of some just weird stuff. So using your best psychology major studies, what's the matter with this guy?
From the first thing I can see from, he tried to throw little jokes out here and there to just go ahead and cover up his little way of how he feel about the Bears. But hey, you already know, since he's in like Wisconsin, around a lot of Green Bay fans, he's just trying to cover up like any little humor about the Bears and what they got going on with any little jokes. So
that cut me deep.
Well, that's very good analysis here.
You cut me very deep. I'm scarred now.
You sound very troubled, Ricardo. You sound like a very troubled man.
Now, do I have to pay for this now? You just psychoanalyze me.
Eric, true or false, Christian Watson could beat you in a 100-meter
Oh.
dash? Yes. False.
False.
Okay. Let's stream that.
Yes,
let's do
I
that.
would like to see that.
It's their day off tomorrow. Let's go to a local track and let's do it. 100-meter dash.
Eric, what was your time in the 100-meter, by the way?
It was a 10.39, but let's just go on the record that I was running against nobody, so I was just running against the clock. So let's just throw that out there. If I had somebody in front of me, it probably would have pushed me even more. So who knows?
Brett, the Wisconsin record's 10.33. Michael Bennett.
I ran an unofficial 10.28 one time.
What, in the 20?
Yeah, I did. I was flying down the track. So what does Christian, do you know what he ran? Or does he say what he ran? I guess I didn't look that up.
I forgot what he ran, but I know his 200 time is better than mine. It's like he ran a 20.9, and I was like,
that's flying.
Yeah, I was like, I'm at a 21.3. I was
That's
like
flying.
I was like, yeah, on that 200 you got me, but at 100 I got you.
Yes. So, we asked MVS he was our co-host last season as well, helped out with Alan. We asked him, of course, we might remember Marquez very fast as well. We asked him his dream 400 relay team in the Packers locker room. He's gone now, so obviously you're going to pick yourself. If I ask you that same question, what is your 400-meter relay team in the Green Bay Packers locker room? It's got to be you, and where are you putting yourself? At the anchor?
I love the anchor, so yeah, I'm gonna go with anchor. I found out my sophomore year, like I was running from the anchor. I didn't want to be an anchor. I want to be second leg, but I found out the anchor. I love the pressure. I love like when everything is on you, so I love that at the end. Of course, I gotta throw Christian in there. I don't know. He'll probably be my second leg because your second leg technically is supposed to be your fastest leg, so I'll take Christian in there. And looking around, I gotta throw another DB in there. I'm gonna go with Sav to pop me off. I'm gonna definitely go with Sav to pop me off at the first leg, and then the third leg I gotta find me a wide receiver or something. Like I'm trying to see who really can who can really keep up.
He's looking at you right now, Amari.
I don't like Amari in the one. If we were doing 60, I'll take Amari. But one, I don't know how long can his speed stay there.
Man, I was on the track all summer.
You definitely was, but you know what? I wasn't out there.
You're right. I'm ready though. I'm ready. Trust me.
Well then, bet that we gonna throw in Amari.
Do it at the third leg.
And if Amari mess up, that's why I'm the anchor.
He's ready to supposedly make up for it, but I think Amari could hold his own. So, track was kind of where you were noticed from Georgia, wasn't it? You were running 100-meter, 200-meter at state, and the then defensive coordinator, I'm losing his name.
Mel Tucker.
Right. He saw this kid flying by, and he's like, who's this guy? He's on the phone to Georgia. Next thing you know, you're in Athens, and you're going from running back then to cornerback. What a crazy journey it's been for you.
Yeah, it's been one crazy story. I didn't get my first big D1 offer until my senior year, and that came from Ole Miss and all that stuff. I didn't even get a UGA offer after I ran the 100, 200 or anything. I got it right at the end of my high school. It was my last game, the playoff game. I had finally got my UGA offer, and I still wasn't planning on going to UGA. I was planning on going to Ole Miss. And things just happened. I ended up at UGA and coming straight from running back. I didn't play DB at all throughout my high school. I played a little bit here and there, but overall I was really a running back. So going from high school to college, being at UGA, going against all these 5-star, 4-star wide receivers, quarterback, it was a big adjustment.
That is, Amari, right? I mean, you go from high school to the SEC, and you're saying, okay, you're not running back anymore. You're going to go against these great receivers. That's a tough transition, I would think, right? You can appreciate that being at a big-time college and conference like you were.
Nah, for sure. Anytime I see somebody, change positions like that, I definitely respect him because it takes a whole different, switch in your mind. You have to learn a whole different position. That's kind of like learning a whole different playbook if you're going from one team to another. So, I always respect players that's able to do that. And it just shows, how good of an athlete you are, too, if you're able to make that transition and then be successful at that, too. So,
how long did it take you to make that transition? Was it some bumps in the road initially?
Oh, hands down. My freshman year of college, I got redshirted. I technically thought I was better than other people that I came in with, the other corners, just flat out. I thought I was better than them. And some of the older guys did too, because my freshman year was the year that we went to the national championship and we lost to Bama with Devontae Smith scoring in overtime. But that was just a veteran, that was an older group and all that stuff. So my freshman year, I just learned behind them and all that stuff, learning the playbook, especially at UGA. That's no easy playbook. You got to communicate on any little shift or motion and all that little stuff. You got to know every little check and all that stuff. So just learning so much and all that stuff. But my biggest thing going into my sophomore year is I don't want to live that could have, should have, would have life. I just want to go out here and just put everything on me and just go ahead and live with the results.
So now you're in the NFL. What is the most challenging aspect of being a cornerback, going against these receivers that sometimes little prima donnas out there, right? You can't touch them, you can't breathe on them, you can't do anything to them. So how tough is it out there, especially if you're on an island?
The biggest thing is just knowing that they get paid too, to where like it's okay for them to catch a ball. I mean, technically, it's okay for them to catch a ball. Like, hey man, they making however much. Like, they probably making more than me, especially last year. They was making more than me. So like, you gotta think it's totally fine where if they catch a ball here and there and all that stuff. But that's the biggest thing, like, coming from me, like, especially, like, the growth that I am now, to where, like, I bet that, like, they going to catch a ball. I just can't let them catch more balls than being targeted and all that stuff. But, like, it's just something that I just got to continue to work on and continue to grow from that.
Now, if you were the commissioner, the rules changer, right, what would you change in the NFL rule book that would maybe benefit the cornerbacks versus the wide receivers here? Give me a rule change that needs to be changed to give you guys a better opportunity to shut these guys down.
First of all, with the little 5-yard rule, like, let me get hands on a little bit more and all that stuff. Pretty much how I was raised and how I see things, SEC ball. Let's go ahead and play SEC ball to where we could be physical all the way down the field as long as the ball ain't up in the air. Like, we could be physical no matter what. However, like, I can put hands on you. If we 50 yards downfield, if the ball ain't thrown, I can still put hands on you. Like, I just want to be allowed to where, because with a wide receiver, they got their own little clever moves to where, like, they can throw you a little shoulder, they can throw you a little elbow. Like, they do a lot of little different ways to get a little small, little push off. And we can't guard, we can't hold, we can't do anything. We just got to react to it. And that's pretty hard to do.
Amari, your reaction to all these accusations against wide receivers and what's going on down the field?
I have one question.
Okay, go ahead.
The red on you, is that from Georgia Red?
Oh, wait, talking about the red on me? Oh, no, it's just my nickname. Sorry, it's just my nickname that my DB coach gave me. Yeah, my. It was called. Yeah, nah, he called me Dirty Red. He called me Dirty Red my freshman year. Oh.
Well, let's get back to the show. That Ricardo. We always say that for Clubhouse Live After Dark, right? That's a different show. This is the family-friendly show. Let's get back to the show, though.
Someone's been having a great time.
Let's get back to the show.
She done had a lot of little drinks tonight.
And Amari, Eric, okay, easy. Mean Gene, control your table. Do you like those rules changes that Eric is suggesting?
I don't. I feel like they could loosen up a little bit past 5, maybe 10. But I don't know about all the way. They get a little too physical sometimes, and then when they get the flag thrown, they try to act like they locked you down. But nah.
A couple more, and then Ricardo, it's time for a Facebook question of that. Maybe you can restore order to the show quickly.
It's gotten out of hand.
I'm going to actually rely on the Bears fan to help me out, but let's assess the defense. Very early, 2 games in, right? But you had that great stretch against the Bears. A nice stretch last week in the second half against the Vikings. So just 3 touchdowns you've allowed this season in 2 games, but 2 of those came on the opening drives of the Vikings and the Bears. So how do you kind of fix that so that you guys get off to the fast start, right, defensively? And I guess, and then second part of that, how is it trending right now as you get ready for Tampa Bay and beyond?
First of all, it started with Wednesday of practice of going ahead and starting off strong to where, like, we being already locked in from the start to where, like, we know, like, from the start to where, like, there's going to be a lot of unscouted looks on things that we haven't seen the first, like, pretty much we call it the first 15 plays of script. So you already, like, the offense already know what they running, they already know what they doing. Like, they go do this, do that, and we just got to be more prepared, more ready, and all that stuff for that, and just go ahead. And it started with us on Mondays to where we locked in, we ready for any little thing, and we go back and we diagnose and see what hurt us, so like we can go ahead and be prepared just in case they try to throw it at us next week.
Like where it's going, though, is week 2 to week 3, I mean, you're feeling like this is going to be an elite defense here when all's said and done?
Of course. We got a lot of savages running around the field, a lot of little headhunters that looking to just hit, and we absolutely love that. And, like, we play with most effort and completely, like, we got a lot of confidence, especially on the back end. Like, we believe, like, nobody can beat us, and, like, it's just something that we got to continue to show everybody week in and week out.
Actually, they really do have a savage. His name is Darnell in the back end. So, Ricardo, it's your turn. Facebook question of the night. Who do you have?
That's right. It is from Brian Linegar on Facebook. He wants to know, hey, looking forward to that London game. What is the feel in the locker room? Are guys excited or nervous, since it seems like a lot of players are, kind of creatures of habit, and it's going to be thrown off in a way going to London?
Go ahead, Amari.
I feel like we're all excited. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, go to London and play a football game. That's something that you dream about, honestly. So I feel like our team is excited. I feel like we're just kind of bummed that we only get to go out there on Thursday instead of staying longer. That's the only negative to it, for real. But we want to go out there longer and enjoy London more. But other than that, it's also a business trip too. So we understand that, those 3 days are good enough for us to get in, get our work done, get a W, and then get back to Green Bay. But we're all excited, no doubt.
How about you, Eric? What do you think about London? That's a long trip.
Yeah, see, Amari more excited. I'm more thinking about that 10-hour flight that we got there. That's something I won't be prepared for. That I'm terrified of planes. It's just something I just got to deal with. But being on there for 10 hours, like, it's gonna freak me out. So that's the biggest little mindset that I got to jump over.
Yeah, that's a real thing. I'm not a big plane guy either, and that's 10 hours would be way too long.
Hey, Brett,
so,
by the way, I had a question from online. They're asking, is there going to be a show after that London?
There will be,
Okay.
not with the guys, but we have a very special guest lined up for that evening, so we'll make an announcement as we get closer, but we will have a show for sure. All right, for having his question selected, Brian wins a signed photo of Amari Rodgers. We'll give you one, Brian, each week. We'll ask you to submit a question for our co-host and or guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it again on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Ricardo, trivia question number 2.
All right, I need all three of you to look out in the crowd and see who raises their hand on this one. So here we go. We mentioned earlier that Rodgers became one of the few quarterbacks, or one of just 5 quarterbacks in NFL history with at least 450 career touchdown passes. Name 2 of the other 4 QBs.
This guy, I saw a hand up. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Come on up. Yeah. He gets the bell. Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, number 1 on that list. Drew Brees as well. So some legendary quarterbacks as well. All right, Rosie, we need some music. It is time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. There it is. And guys, we're going to take a walk to the golf simulator for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. Come on over. Let's do this.
Here we go. Whoa.
All right, here we go. So we've got this brand new golf simulator here at the Clubhouse Kitchen and Bar. Just put it in, and it's $30 for 4 people or less for an hour, $40 for 5 or more, again, per hour, $30 and $40. So it's a great thing if you want to check out. So what we're going to do, guys, I don't know if you like to golf, but we're going to do a kind of like just a little chipping contest, or basically you can see you're 219 yards from the hole. Amari, you're up first. Oh, Amari's a lefty. Do we have left-handed clubs by chance? We do. See, they're prepared. Why? They asked me that. Any lefties? I don't know. And, of course, Amari's got to go ahead and ruin the game just like that. So 250, the closest, whoever is closest to the green, the hole, after you swing away, wins the prize. Now, here's your playing partners tonight before you go. Amari, you are playing for Luann of Appleton. Where are you, Luann? Way back there. And Eric, your playing partner is Phil back there from Pensacola, Florida. Now, the winner tonight gets this cool Shields prize. It is a hat clip and ball markers, courtesy of Shields. Where's the camera here? Maybe I can get it on somewhere. I'm going to turn around. That's fine. Also, a signed photo of Amari Rodgers and an Eric Lives Here can koozie. The runner-up, because there's no losers on Clubhouse Live, they get everything except the Shields prize. So no pressure on you guys. That's a lot of pressure, Eric says. So, Amari, what you guys want to do is the golf ball, you want to put it on the black strip right there. So it's off the tee, and then you just swing away. Now be careful, don't pull anything. Put it on the carpet. Put it on the carpet, actually, off the tee. And just swing away. And this is Amari first. We're going to see how far Amari can hit this or how close he gets to the hole. So go ahead. Try again. Well, it's a mulligan. There we go. That is a hit ball. Can he use the tee or does he have to be on the carpet? So we're gonna try one more time. How about give Amari a little love? Get him going here a little bit. Eric is already claiming victory. So here we go. There we go. Now let's see where did it go? I don't see where it went. What are we gonna do here? We gonna try one more time? There it is. No, another. Wow, that's pretty cool. We're gonna try to get this simulator going here. Don't swing with Mariah right there. Are we gonna try again? All right, one more try for Amari. We're gonna get this all situated. We're trying to get, I think, the sensor. There we go. Now it's ready. One more try, Amari. Here we go. And Amari is saying it ain't gonna happen. 0 yards. Eric, it's up to you. It's up to you. He's right-handed, so can we switch it around? Golf's a tough game. It's a very tough game. So we'll switch it over to Eric. Phil, I'm thinking you're gonna get some prizes here. Right here, right? Yeah. Okay, now it's Eric's turn. Here we go. Swing away, the new golf simulator. Everybody's got to be quiet. Oh, that's one. He gets 3 like Amari. I think we're going to have to rethink this at some point, maybe moving forward. I thought all you guys like to golf on your days off. No. All right, here we go. And there we go. Oh, look at that. It's in the water, but it might have been closer than what Amari did. So I think we're going to have to give the victory tonight to Eric Stokes. How about a round of applause there? That is the new golf simulator. You can use that in the winter. Real golfers can maybe give that a shot sometime down the line. So let's go back to the table. As long as the guys aren't hurt. That was the most important thing. Bill, I'm going to give it to you. We did it. Well, you think could Devondre Campbell try that? You think we can try that with him?
Yeah, I think he'd be better than us.
Is he a golfer? Yeah, you guys aren't.
Yeah.
That's
I
okay.
think he is a golfer.
Well, it's again a brand new simulator. The folks here are saying, hey, give those guys a try and give that stuff. Give that.
Next time I'm here, though, I gotta try that again. That wasn't good.
You want to do it again sometime?
Yeah.
We'll do it again. He's game for it.
Get
Yeah.
some practice in.
Maybe we should let you know that we're doing that ahead of time. So. Hey, as we get ready for our second audience question and third audience question, we're winding down here. Eric, I want to give some photos to you. We've got some prizes, some gifts for your man cave, huh? You have a man cave?
Not yet, but I'm waiting till I get my house official, like my real true house, and then I'm going to get me a man cave.
Okay, so let's do this then, and maybe someday I can get an invite to your man cave to see how these look. But here, let's do this one first. This is Eric Stokes, a Lambo Leap, right? Not the Georgia photo, the Lambo Leap. There it is on the screen. That's for your man cave wall. And then we always go college, and this is there he is, number 27 for the Georgia Bulldogs, right there.
Big drip.
So there you go. And Ricardo, looks like you've got a couple more audience questions.
I do, and the second one here, this is from Austin Sherrill from Appleton. Austin, go ahead, your question for Eric.
All right. My question is, it cool having college teammates in your locker room? And did you do anything to mentor them to get accustomed to the area or stuff from college to professional?
Hands down, number one is just something that Ja taught me coming in was just like make sure your mental right. So I'm big on like just helping them, asking them daily like how you doing mentally, just checking up on them mentally, because like that's something that people don't see, people don't like you really don't know how truly somebody really doing. So just asking them daily, just checking up on them, making sure that they good mentally before physically, because I know physically you can easily get that checked out, worked on, but mentally it's something that a lot of people deal with that a lot of people don't want to admit to or and like pretty much try to hide. So I just try to ask them daily on how they doing mentally and just make sure they good.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
You always got to make sure they're mentally fine when they see 2 feet of snow in the middle of January, right? Because
I keep trying to tell them that somebody told me last year that it normally snows on Halloween, and that's just very shocking to me to where like Halloween is still like 70 in Georgia, so that's kind of very weird.
yeah, don't rub that in, Eric, because even us natives in Wisconsin hate that. So we got a bonus audience question, Ricardo.
We do. We have a third one. This is Aiden Zweers from Hortonville. Aiden, what's your question for Eric?
As a professional defensive back, who is the best wideout that you've lined up against?
Devontae Adams.
There you go.
Adams.
No brainer on that one, right?
In practice, right?
Thanks, Aiden.
Number 17 doing some things. All right. Real quick, Dan Powers, if you can kind of turn around there. We got kind of a celebrity here in the crowd. I want to give a shout out to Mike Thiel of Eric Lives Here, who is here tonight.
Yes.
Mike's MVP song is our music intro outro. If you want to check out Mike and his band, Eric Lives Here, you can do it this Saturday as part of Appleton's big Oktoberfest celebration. They'll be performing on the West End stage from 12:30 to 2 p.m. So there you go. Go check out Mike Thiel, longtime friend of the show, former colleague.
Friend of the show.
Also wanted to say before we wrap up that Devondre Campbell, he's going to be in the hot seat the next 2 weeks. All right, so he's got the next 2 shows. Amari will return if he wants to. He might be a little angry about the golf simulator. But Amari will return to the show on October 17th, the day after you guys take down the New York Jets, right? No match for the Packers. And also we can talk about the London trip as well, see how that all went. Maybe you can kind of tell us how Eric did on that long flight. Take some Dramamine or whatever, something to knock himself out. So finally, and I don't know if anybody else is aware of this, but Friday is also a very special day for Amari Rodgers. It is his birthday on Friday.
Oh!
See, one thing you're going to learn about me is that I stalk my co-hosts. I try to find out everything I can about them, but I don't do stakeouts. I'm not outside of your house. I'm not that creepy. I'm a little creepy, but I'm not that creepy. So, birthday number 23, right? What's on the big birthday wish for Amari Rodgers?
A W versus Tom Brady.
A W. Okay, hold on. Rosie, we got to get this show over with, Amari. Eric, we got to get out of here in unscathed as best we can. Rosie, cue the music and let's all sing Happy Birthday. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amari. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
There you go. You're not going to find that on any other Packer show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, by the way, Amari, I love your shirt. Brett, what's the musical artist on his shirt there?
I don't know if it's not the Beatles or Springsteen. I have no idea. So
I knew he couldn't answer. Snoop Dogg.
Okay. I know Snoop Dogg. Sure that is. Yeah.
That's the young Snoop. That's a young Snoop.
That's a young Snoop Dogg. I know who Snoop Dogg is.
Okay, all right.
He had a pretty good athletic son, didn't he, that played basketball or football?
He played football at UCLA.
Yeah, that's right. See, I know my Snoop
All
Dogg
right,
trivia.
I'm just playing.
When I go home tonight, though, I'm going to be listening to the Beatles channel on Sirius. So,
Yes, I know.
That's what I go. So, all right. How about a big round of applause tonight for Amari Rodgers, Eric Stokes, being good sports, being the guinea pigs for the golf simulator. We're going to break down film of that tomorrow and see what went wrong and how we can improve on that segment.
A lot went wrong.
All right, Ricardo, we have to go up north. We have to pick Sunday's Buccaneers-Packers game at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Who are you saying is going to win the game?
Originally, before the season, I was saying, that's a loss for the Packers. But the Bucs, something's wrong with, I don't know what's going on down there. Are they going to be missing some receivers? That doesn't bode well. What the heck? I'll say Packers.
Wow.
Just this week. Just this week.
Amari, that jersey's doing something to him, isn't it?
No.
It's infiltrating his brain. Well, what is this called again? Do you remember that?
The victory visor.
The victory visor,
right?
You
remember.
Going back on the head. A lot of victories in the victory visor. It's 20-17. Now, I know probably 17 is too many points when I'm talking to a defensive guy, right? But I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think it'll be a defensive battle down at Tampa. Two really good defenses going at it, for sure. So now Mike Evans, he was suspended, right, Ricardo?
Is that what it was? Okay.
He's suspended for one game. I think they're going to try to appeal, but I doubt that he'll be available for the game.
Julio Jones didn't play last week.
He was kind of banged up. Or
Yeah.
what about Chris Godwin? He's got the hamstring issue, so I might be playing wide receiver out there, Eric Stokes. I know that makes you real nervous, but slobber knocker, right? That's what I have on the notes. A
Plus,
good old-fashioned slobber knocker down there.
Tom Brady's recovering from that plastic surgery.
Yeah, he doesn't look the same. I don't know what's going on. There's
he
some
looks
weird
like
stuff.
that male model dude. That
Listen, here's the thing. Remember last year, Packers were 1-1 going out to San Francisco, a big Week 3 game. Everybody's like, ooh, that's going to be a tough game. NFC heavyweight. Same type of thing this year. They went out and won 30-28 last year. They're going to win again on Week 3, Mean Gene, and improve to 2-1 and come on home and get ready for the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick right after that. What do you guys think? The Victory Visor has won a lot of games. So, Ricardo, PackersNews.com and the Packers News app.
That's right, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. Hey, Brett, that Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. Unlimited digital access to the Packers News app and PackersNews.com can be yours for as low as 99 cents for the first month. Brett, you can't beat that deal now. Please subscribe today.
Great digital deals all over our networks. $1 for 6 months, so check that out. I want to thank our 3 presenting sponsors, Cellcom, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Also a big thank you to our supporting sponsors, Shields, Escort Limousine Service, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, Mayfield Sports Marketing, Mike Thiel, and Eric lives here. And, of course, the good folks here at the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel. Amari, you got through your first show solo. First of all, what'd you think? You feeling pretty good about it? Have fun?
I feel great. I had an amazing time. It was great energy, so I'll be back in a few weeks. I can't wait.
Eric, did you enjoy your night here with us here in Appleton?
Always. It's always a great time to be around some great Packer fans and all that stuff. So hopefully that I'll be back one day.
And Amari, you have the final word tonight, though, to send us off.
Man, I'm glad we got to come in on Victory Monday after a win versus the Bears. We got Tampa Bay this week, birthday week for me, so hopefully we get a W, bring it back home for you guys. I appreciate y'all's support always, and go Pack Go.
There you go. Go Pack Go. For Amari, for Eric, for Ricardo and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson, the creep, right? Signing off. Be back here next Monday night as we celebrate a Packers victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the linebacker this time, Devondre Campbell. He's going to be here with a teammate guest. In the meantime, Mean Gene, take it away.